Hey, how you doing? Brian Howard here, BKH Credit Group, bkhcreditgroup.com. Want to do a quick video because I just really want to do a quick educational video and really break down some credit myths, or it's really like it's a credit lie almost. And that is, it has to revolve around what it takes to have good credit. And let me first say that your lack of knowledge or your lack of education as it relates to credit is not 100% your fault. I mean, you do play a role in your education and how much you know about credit in the current world, in the current economy, because, information is at our fingertips. And now all information is not good information, but, we should be able to decipher what's good information and what's not, and what's bad information, I should say. But as it relates to your credit education, if you went through high school, then you never had a course in credit, because I didn't. I went on to college, a major university, got my bachelor's degree, no class on credit. I went on to graduate school to work on my MBA, no class on credit. So for those of you that have not been educated about credit, or if you have been educated about credit, you probably either got it from a family member or a parent, or got it, unfortunately, through trial and error of, going through having credit and dealing with it and, different things like that. And so what I want to talk about real quick, and I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this video under about 7 minutes if I can, is I want to talk about what it takes to have good credit. So many people call me and they don't understand why their credit is not where it should be. And they say, well, I pay my bills on time, so I don't understand, why my credit isn't where it should be. And, that's one of the biggest myths about credit, that if I pay my bills on time, I'll have good credit. If I pay my bills on time, I will have good credit. I'm going to say that again. If I pay my bills on time, I will have good credit. That is a myth. That is not 100% true entirely in itself. It's kind of like if I hire a personal trainer and start working out, then it's very possible for me to lose 20 pounds over the next 3 months, right? That's a very reasonable goal. If I hire a personal trainer and I work out for, 5 times a week with my trainer and, do that consistently, then I'll lose 20 pounds. And that's not 100% true. That's just part of it. Not only do you need to work out with your trainer, but you need to eat well. Like, you can't work out with your trainer 5 days a week, and as soon as you leave your trainer, go to a buffet, and have all type of carbs and sugars and fattening foods and different things like that, right? And then expect to lose weight. It's the same thing with your credit. So if I pay my bills on time, I'll have good credit. And that's just not 100% true. That's only part of it. Yes, paying your bills on time is the biggest factor in your credit score. It represents 35% of your credit score. But paying your bills on time is not the only factor that plays a part in your credit score. And I've really got to the point to where I'm sick and tired of these quote unquote credit experts putting out information, claiming to understand credit and how it works, and basically miseducating those that have already have not been educated properly about credit. Pay your bills on time, pay your bills on time, pay your bills on time, you have good credit. Well, I'm about to prove that myth wrong right now here really quick. And this is all verifiable information that, guess what? You can go check it out yourself. You can go to FICO.com. Probably FICO.com. That's probably the best place to go. Or some of the other, credit education sites, and you can verify what I'm about to tell you right now. So your credit score is made up of 550 points, approximately, right? The score ranges from 300 to 850, right? Your FICO score ranges from 300 to 850. That's 550 points. Now, those 550 points are composed of 5 different factors. Now, again, payment history is the biggest factor, but payment history only represents 35% of the credit score. Say that again. Payment history only represents 35% of the credit score. And I say only, not trying to minimize, how much it weighs on the credit score, but to help you understand that it's not the only factor and it's not the only big factor. So if 35% of your credit score, or 35% of the 550 points, is payment history, then that means there is a possible 192.5 points that could be associated with your credit score. Okay, so now I'm gonna say that a different way. If I had all of the points for payment history that I could possibly obtain out of 550 for paying my bills on time, I would have 192.5 points. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody has the whole 192.5 points unless they have an 850 credit score. And if you know someone with an 850 credit score, I'd love to meet them. But, that's a topic for another day. That's a discussion for another day. So again, 192.5 points is the most points that you can get for payment history. Now, if you take that 192.5 and add it to 300 and ignore the other four factors, you will have a 492.5 credit score. If all you did was just pay your debts on time, you would have a 492.5 credit score. That's assuming you get the full 192.5, because I'm here to tell you, almost nobody gets the full 192.5. As a matter of fact, the worst credit reports out there, people have 400s. I've maybe seen, out of 1,000 credit reports, I've maybe seen 3 people that was below a 400. Maybe 3 out of 1,000. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but it's almost kind of like a unicorn. So paying your bills on time, get your 192.5. You add that to 300, you got a 492.5. You're not going to qualify for a credit card. You're not going to qualify for a mortgage. You're not going to qualify for an auto loan. You're not going to qualify for a personal loan. Matter of fact, you don't qualify for nothing with a 492.5. So we can't just pay our bills on time. That can't be the only focus. We definitely have to focus on the other 4 factors, which the second largest factor, which is 30%, would be your utilization. So your utilization is 30%. So there's another 160 points. So there's a lot of points between payment history and utilization alone. And then you got you got 82.5, I believe. Yeah, I think it's about 82.5 points with the length of your credit history. So those are the 3 top factors. And then also you have new credit and mix of credit that each represent 10%. But out of the top 3, payment history, utilization, and length of credit, you're talking about maybe 400 points, a little over 400 points, maybe, give or take. And so you really have to focus on all of the factors that build your score. But you want to start with those 3 main factors. You want to get a credit card or some type of revolving credit as soon as possible. Why as soon as possible? Because length of history is 15%. Also, you want to get it so you can that card as soon as possible, so you can begin to make on-time payments, because on-time payments is what? 35%. And then we want to keep our utilization low, right? Meaning the amount of credit that we're actually using to the amount available to us, we want to keep that percentage low. Now, you will have credit experts say that you need to keep your utilization below 30%. Now, I'm not here to refute that, right? Here's what I will say. As you stay below 30%, you'll see, as you bring your utilization down below 30%, you'll start to see increases in your credit score. But here's what I can tell you. Those that have the highest credit scores, I'm talking about 740, 760, 780, 800, they keep their utilization below 10%, right around 7 to 9%, actually. So if you want to maximize your points for credit utilization, then you want to keep your utilization down to below 10%, not zero, but below 10, because the FICO score does reward activity. They don't like to see zero payments for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months in a row. But you want to have very, very low utilization below 10%. 30% is okay. 10% is ideal if you want to maximize your score. All right. Now I went over my time. It's almost like 10 minutes. This is just something that I just wanted to put out there because I'm just constantly seeing bad information and misinformation about the credit score. Just know that paying your bills on time is not enough. That's only 192.5 out of 550 possible points, which would give you a 492.5 credit score. And the last time I checked, 492.5 was not a good credit score. All right. So, hey, if you're looking for someone to help you with your credit journey, to help get you going in the right direction, I love to work with you. My company, we love to work with you. We've been doing credit for a long time. Check us out on the web at www.bkhcreditgroup.com. Go to Google. Check out some of our Google reviews. We're still here riding strong, changing people's credit lives one credit file at a time. And we would love the opportunity to work on yours. Thank you. This is again Brian Howard signing out for BKH Credit Group.